What's up, guys? This is SinWithVengeance, and I'm back here with a new Dynasty, and today I'm showing you guys the East Carolina Pirates Dynasty. Yes, why East Carolina? Well, let's just say they're not very good. They were 3-9 this year. This is with the 2017 rosters, by the way, so this has all the active players like Sam Darnold, Lamar Jackson, like Akram Wadley, Shaquan Barkley, TJ McSorley, even Baker Mayfield. So this has all the active players, and I cannot wait to show you guys this Dynasty. So if you guys are excited, you see that thumbs up button, hit it. If you're new, well, there's a subscribe button. We're almost to 10,000 subscribers, so I'd like to see you guys reach that milestone and help me get there. So we're going to give you guys a little preview of what we have so far, of all the recruits. I kind of went through a bunch of them already, just kind of did my own little thing off camera or off screen. Show you guys what it's like so far for all the recruits that I have. I'm not going to go into too great of detail, but as you can tell, we're going for a lot of defensive players and a lot of wide receivers, because we have a huge senior class of wide receivers, and I think we have a senior quarterback as well, but we need some wide receivers, and they're not a very good class of wide receivers, but I'll take what I can get at this point. We got a tight end in the works as well. So as you can tell right here, this is all we got. Not much to be said so far for what we got, considering everything else that I've pretty much covered here. Like I said, look at the depth chart, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. We have a junior quarterback, and our backups, well, we're going to be splitting time between these two. We're going to be going between Thomas Sirk and Gardner Minshew, simply because, they're really close in overalls, and they both provide something different to the table. Tayshawn Dye is going to be our running back. Darrell Scott's going to be the second running back, and then we have Devin Anderson as our third string running back. So we have a lot of upperclassmen that aren't very good, and that's a problem. It really is. We have a defensive tackle playing fullback on this team. Not lying when I say that. We're going to probably put Purvis at fullback because he's got a better speed overall and is a lot bigger, and he's a freshman. So we might convert him to fullback if he provides what we need. A lot of senior class. This is what I mean. Senior class of wide receivers and even tight ends. Not very good for us right now as far as that goes. We have a pretty good tight end core right here, but I'd like to get that other tight end that is in the works in the recruiting process. Not a great offensive line. I've seen better. Well, right tackle is probably it is our biggest strength. I'm not gonna lie. Not a very solid defensive line either. We got a solid linebacker in Jordan Williams. He'll be a good spark for this team defensively. Giannis Bowden is also a solid player. Pretty decent secondary. I'm not gonna say it's tremendously great, but I mean the safeties are fine, but the corners I've seen better. As far as kick returners go, we probably will have to work on that a little bit. You know how I like to do my kick returns, guys. I need the fastest dudes out there returning kicks, and that's gonna be Tayshawn Dye. Kickoffs, not really worried about kickoffs. Long snapper, but Gardner Minshew is going to be our big-time quarterback. I'm going to mix up the offense a little bit to try and make sure that Sirk can get some playing time as well. Not as far as we go here. We're going to look at my school. Playing style doesn't really have anything yet. Proximity to home. We have a B- in prestige of conference. Television exposure, B-. C+ stadium atmosphere. Everything else pretty much is average or even below average. We have a all-time winning record, but a bowl record we could do better. Obviously no national championships, and 2 conference championships. We're not even close to being a championship contender. As you can see, we are just at the bottom right now. Athletic facilities we could do better on. Campus lifestyle, it could do better. Coach stability, Obviously, just not that great. Not many players can go pro. We have a second-round draft pick and a 4th through 7th draft pick going on in the NFL draft. Just not much is going on here at ECU. Let me take a look at the other stuff here. I know I skipped all the way to week 1, but I'll show you guys the schedule regardless. Obviously, I would like to see you guys see the schedule of who we're playing this year. Where's my schedule? Team schedule. All right, so first game of this year, we're playing Miami of Ohio. Then we have a bye week, and then we're playing at number 25 Tennessee. Then we are at home against Coastal Carolina, and then we are on the road technically. We don't leave the state of North Carolina though. We are playing at NC State. Then we have a game at UConn, and we have another bye week, and then we're at Houston, and at home against South Florida, on the road against Central Florida, at home against Tulsa, on the road against Cincinnati, at home against Memphis, at home against Temple, and that's the bye week as well. So we have a lot of night games. I see that we have a lot of night games. I think like half of them start after 6 o'clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just at half games start at 6 p.m. or later. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, whether it's daytime or nighttime, it doesn't really matter to me. But it's just nice to have a nice change of pace. You know, we don't want to have a bunch of day games, you know. Preseason polls. I know these are pretty big for you guys. So we're going to see that Alabama is number 1, Ohio State 2, Florida State 3, USC number 4, Clemson 5, Penn State 6, Oklahoma 7, Washington 8, Wisconsin 9, Oklahoma State 10, Michigan 11, Auburn number 12, LSU 13, Stanford 14, Georgia 15, Louisville 16, Florida 17, Miami 18, USF 19, Kansas State 20, Virginia Tech 21, West Virginia 22, Texas 23, Washington State 24, and Tennessee number 25. Where are we ranked? Well, we're not even in the top 75. We're not even in the top 85. We're not even in the top 100. Illinois is better than us. We're not even in the top 110. Ladies and gentlemen, we're worse than Idaho. We're worse than South Alabama. We're worse than Fresno State. We're sitting here at number 115 with a 77 overall, 81 offense, 76 defense. Ouch. We're barely better than UConn. And who is the worst team in college football? That would be Texas State. They're giving no love to my UAB Blazers. Whoever made this roster, you need to take a good look in the mirror and say, man, I need to watch some SinWithVengeance because he's been doing really good with UAB. And look at the UAB program. They finished 8-4 this year, and they are making a bowl game. I mean, granted, they didn't beat Florida, and that's kind of a disappointment. But 8-4 is respectable. Come on, man. You gotta give the respect to UAB. You just gotta. But I'm just giving that guy a hard time. Whoever made the rosters, thank you so much. If you ever see this video, I can't remember your name, but I do thank you for whoever provided the rosters, for the live rosters of NCAA. And then the rankings are even up to date. The preseason rankings are even up to date. So that's a good sign. As far as this goes, I'm not even going to worry about this right now because the Heisman, I'll show you here right now. The Heisman is definitely not going to be won by a freshman quarterback that's a 70 overall. So that's why I'm not too worried about it. As far as everything else goes, I am using the ECU playbook. So any of you guys who want to know what playbook I'm using in this dynasty, I am going to be using the actual playbook for East Carolina. And I'm going to be running a 4-3 defense because I hate running 3-4. Another thing I wanted to say is recruiting will be still the same. I kind of messed up, well, not really messed up, but kind of just zoomed through it without even realizing, like, oh, hey, I better start doing this because this is a new dynasty. I kind of got caught up in the moment. You know, it kind of happens when you're excited about starting a dynasty or you're just kind of focused on what you're doing. But we're going to be playing Miami of Ohio in our first game of the season. And it's going to be a home game, like I said. 12 games, obviously lots of competition. We don't want to play too many teams that are in the top 25. I wanted to kind of keep it regionalized as far as who we're playing in the first year. And then after that, we'll see what happens, because I don't know where this game and where this team is going to take me. All I know is that I'm in for a wild ride, and you guys are going to be watching it, of course. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little introductory video for the East Carolina Pirates Dynasty. If you guys enjoyed this little introductory video, drop a like. If you're new to the channel at all, subscribe. Until then, my name is SinWithVengeance. Peace out.